What's up, guys? Marc here with another Broforce 1 podcast, and as always, I'm accompanied by my co-host, Kyle. And today we have a very special guest for you, BF1 Brad. He's a men's fashion guy and a pop culture aficionado. Brad, how are you doing today?
Wow, thank you for the kind introduction, Mark. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous. The back it's a little sweaty right now. You can feel it, the wetness. I don't know.
Ooh, the wetness.
Well, you can't blame him. I mean, all 9 viewers of this, it's gotta just be a lot of undertaking here. All right, Brad, before we get into the podcast, how about you give us a little background on the come-ups of BF1 Brad?
Yeah, thank you, Mark. So, as I'm sure many of you know, I am a long-time family friend of Kyle and Mark. We've spent many Thanksgivings together and many Easters together. So when they told me that they were launching Broforce 1, I knew I immediately had to get in. So as Mark said, I am the pop culture and men's fashion aficionado. If you visit the website, you'll notice that I do have an article up on my winter wear, what you should be wearing during the winter, and I've also been teasing an article about performance fishing gear for about 3 months now. So you should see that dropping probably sometime before Q4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exciting stuff. That is exciting. Now, all right, guys, and now the reason we're here, the reason we brought Brad on is he experienced something, his first eagle putt of all time. Brad, let's just get into it. Let's start. How did this magical hole start for you?
Yeah, so a bit of a background. Kyle and Akul Sadana, another Broforce 1 member, and myself were playing the highly established and well-groomed Raymond Memorial Golf Course in Columbus, Ohio. You two have played there, right?
Now, Raymond Memorial is a personal favorite of mine. It brings back middle school memories for me. Never broke 100 out there. Almost didn't make the 8th grade golf team. Just a whole summer of golf, and that course almost stole it from me. But no, I'm not bitter at all. It's a nice trek. Very expensive now. I know Kyle's got some thoughts. Kyle, what do you think about it?
Well, as Mark said, it's very expensive. You are going to be paying all of $16 to be playing 9 holes there for as much as you can play. And as we established, it's a classy joint. If you guys see the Private Dancer Gentlemen's Club, it is right across the street there. So that's where you know you've hit Raymond Memorial.
And personal favorite of mine on Raymond are, that holes 9 and 18 back up directly to the driving range. Mm-hmm. So no matter where you hit your drive, you're going to be in between like 1,500 range balls.
Well, the best part of Raymond is it's pretty much just professional athletes. You don't have to worry about anybody spraying the golf ball and hitting you. That's always nice. Especially when you go left and you're in the driving range and you see people still hitting golf balls at you, you got to appreciate the culture of the golf course. Yeah, it's an interesting spot. Definitely, if you go left on 18 or right on 9, I mean, you could literally catch a golf ball to the face. But that's neither here nor there,
Yes,
Brad.
I'm sorry.
I think the hole we're speaking of, 11, to give you guys an oversight of it, this is a dog leg left. There's a little stream that comes out about roughly 95 yards from the green. So, Brad, how'd you attack this hole to start?
Yeah, definitely. So I wanted to talk a little bit about a trend sweeping the nation right now called 3-wood golf. Kyle and myself, we've been going strictly 3-wood off every tee. Mm-hmm. So no more drivers. Drivers are no longer in play. So naturally, I had to pull out my new TaylorMade M2 3-wood. Second shot all time with it. And Kyle, talk about it. I piped it. Didn't I? It.
Oh, jeez. Brad, there wasn't a fairway bunker that Brad didn't carry out on that golf course. That 3-wood golf, I would say, is becoming more of a trend now. Mm-hmm. I'm telling people, leave the driver in the bag. Let's see that 3-wood.
Look, this is a hot button topic. It's controversial. I stay on the opposite side of the fence here. I don't see the point. Take out the big dog. I'm not paying 16 hard-earned dollars to play safe. Grip it and rip it. Chicks dig the long ball. They don't want to see you make bogey from the fairway from 80 yards out. So I don't know. I don't see it, guys.
But Brad, time to prove Mark wrong. Make him eat his words. What happened when you teed off with 3-wood on number 11 at Raymond Memorial?
462-yard par 5.
462-yard par 4, and par 5. And let me tell you, I got a hold of it. That ball was just flying through the air. Kyle is taking a phone call, so it's just me and Mark.
Okay, good enough.
And for people on the listening right now, if you haven't played with me before, you would not know that I have a heavy slice in my game. I call it the power fade. And I'm a lefty, so most, if not all, of my shots tail out to the left. But this one was just straight right, had no movement on it, and I'd say I hit it a good 230, 240.
Now that's going to leave you roughly about 180 in. What are you thinking here on this second shot?
3-wood. So I went back-to-back 3-wood. I got a little cocky in my head. Now the ball was on a decline, so it leads to a tougher shot.
No, yeah, decline, ball below your feet. You can lose that ball to the left if you don't watch out.
Which, you know, Mark, that's what happened.
Wow.
So I got up there, I'm thinking, I'm hitting the screen in 2. Swing, make, I would say, semi-decent contact, and I just see the ball immediately tailing to the left. Oof. Now, it's got some decent distance on it, and it actually carries up to the left fringe of the green. Now, when it hits that fringe, then I get a nice bounce to the right, and it rolls about 25 to 30 feet from the cup. So I'm looking at eagle.
So let me ask you this, right? So you take a conservative approach off the tee.
Yep.
But then you go for the par 5 and 2. Why are we not thinking layup here? You know, why does 3-wood golf, is that a benefit of 3-wood golf? It gives you a little more versatility, or did you kind of play a little more risky there?
You know, the thing about me in golf is I am so mentally weak.
Okay.
I get so in my own head. So, for example, if I was, feeling a little more conservative yesterday, I probably, like you said, would have pulled out a 7 or an 8 iron, carried it over that stream, and then tried to pitch it up onto the green. But instead, I thought, Daddy wants to pull out the 3-wood and go for it.
Well, yeah, it's a new club in the bag. You got to test it. You got to see where's the confidence at with it. So, look, 2 great shots.
Yeah.
You're staring eagle in the face, 20-footer. Now, Kyle's going to put up the video here. And it's not an easy putt, but it's not a hard putt. What are we thinking here?
Well, first of all
And also, first eagle of all time.
That's what I was going to start with. This is my first legit eagle shot of my young life. I'm 27 years old. I'm getting better at golf. I'm probably going to hit my peak here in a couple years.
Oh, yeah. You're just starting the incline to the peak, so plenty of time.
So I'm looking at this putt, and it's a little uphill and then downhill, a little bit left to right. And so I thought, hey, start it 4-6 inches left of the hole. Give it a nice little push, and you'll be right there in front of it. So, Mark, in all honesty, I had the line. I had it.
Okay, so you've got the line. Then what happens with the execution?
When I followed through on the putt, I immediately saw that I had not hit it in the direction that I wanted to. It had gone straight at the hole. Yeah. And so in the video, you'll hear me yell a profanity right off the bat because I thought the ball was going to take a heavy break to the right.
That's, yeah. And if you had the line and then you don't stroke it correctly, you don't give it a chance. Okay, so, all right, no eagle. Disappointed, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Now, I'm looking at the video here, and I see a 5 to 6 footer. What are your thoughts coming back here? I mean, you got to take birdie, right?
Yeah, and honestly, 5 to 6 is probably generous. It was probably like a 3-footer. Very close. I've made this putt several times in my life, and I'm not saying I'm a good putter by any means, but for birdie, this is just one you got to put away.
Yeah, you got to. So you step up, and shockingly, the ball does not find the hole. What happens here, Brad? Walk us through. No eagle, no birdie.
Yeah.
Disappointment here.
Yeah, and a lot of people that know me, they know that I'm normally a pretty clutch guy, so I think this was surprising for a lot of people.
The clutchest guy.
Honestly, though, I had Kyle and Akul just in my face, like, hurry up, let's make this putt. If you watch the video, you'll see that I don't even really try to read it. I just go up there, take 2 practice swings, and then just, yeah, Ball never had a shot.
no, it didn't.
And I think a lot of people are wondering, is it Brad or is it maybe time for a new putter that Brad gets,
Yeah, and I'm looking for upgrades, so if anyone has any recommendations,
guys,
comment below.
Comment, he needs the help, guys. Let's get those 4-footers in the back of the hole. That's huge.
And really, that was kind of the downturn of my round, because after hole 2, I'm sorry, we're going to do a breakdown of my entire round.
Might as well at this point. Tell us, this is kind of one of those, Phoenix stories.
Yeah.
You gotta rise from the ashes here.
Because if I hit that birdie putt or if I hit that eagle putt, I'm going low that day. I can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, I follow up hole 11 with triple.
Guys, that's 9 over in a 3-hole span. That's not going to get it done. That is not going to get it done. But then, okay, so 12, 13, 14. How did 15, 16, 17, 18 go?
You know what? I brought it back together. I went bogey par. So I believe I finished with a 48 on the day, and I've always said I'm a high 40s guy, so that's right in the meaty part of the bell curve.
Well, high 40s is the new mid 30s.
That's true. And at Raymond, it's going to play harder out there. Those greens are rolling. It's a tough golf course, a tough trek. But okay, mid to high 40s.
Yeah.
That's another topic we can get into. I've been hearing people talk about just 40s, high 40s guys. Brad, maybe kind of elaborate on what that whole symbolism is.
Par in golf is 35 or 36, depending on what 9 you're playing. So if you're a high 40s guy, you're shooting over bogey golf, and you're probably throwing a double or a triple somewhere in there. So in other words, you're not very good.
Yeah, maybe 1 or 2 gets away from you.
Yeah, and typically for me, I'm looking at a par or 2, a couple bogeys, and then I'm gonna have a few blow-up holes in there. They're coming. That triple is out there. That quad might be out there too.
Yeah,
and that's
lingering around.
Yeah, that's what'll add up real quick.
So what's gonna be the key of going from high 40s to mid to low 40s, and may I even say high 30s?
Honestly, my voice just cracked, but 3-wood golf. I'm saying it now, and I'm going to say it again. I had it working for me yesterday, and that was just day 1.
Yeah.
I think if I continue to hit the 3-wood like I have, you're going to see the scores start to drop.
Scores starting to drop. Hey, if you keep the ball in play, you got to avoid those penalty strokes. That's key. It's crucial. Kyle, how did you hit the 3-wood yesterday?
Smoked it on the first hole, and then the next 2 holes, I saw how Brad was starting to get hot. A cool was kind of getting in my head a little bit. And then I topped 2 straight 3-woods into number 15's water right there in front of me. Then I topped my 3rd one, and I kind of played a little bit of top ball golf all the way through the rest of that hole. It's kind of a new thing I'm doing.
Oh, yeah. What does that consist of? Because initially it sounds horrifying.
I finished around the 46. That wasn't great, but...
Not ideal.
So, Kyle, 46, you're also in that high 40s round. Do you think subscribing to 3-wood golf is going to be the answer, or is the big dog going to come back out?
Obviously 3-wood golf's still in prototype formation right now, but I think as long as Brad and I keep working out there, maybe produce some more articles for you guys to learn more about this new trend that's happening in golf.
Guys, in the golfing industry, you're gonna hear people talk about Tiger Woods a little bit, but this is a sweeping. It's whatever.
Well, I see people using driver, and what a lot of people don't know is that's kind of like in Vegas, we call that a sucker's bet. Keep that 3-wood out there, baby. You're getting the distance and the safe ability.
And what did Arnold Palmer say? It's all about fairway golf. So if you're pulling out the 3-wood, you are dead center fairway. You might be 200 plus out hitting in on your second shot, but you're in fairway, man, and that's all you need.
It's easier to hit from the short stuff. There's no argument from me on that. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Hit the comment section, guys. Let me know. Are you guys playing 3-wood golf? Are you thinking about maybe driver golf? Iron golf? I think it brings a lot of things up into the discussion. All right, guys. Well, look, that's going to wrap it up today. So before you go, though, definitely let us know what you're playing, what you're feeling. And also, a side poll. People have been playing. What's the ball you're playing right now?
Wilson Chaos.
Yeah, the Chaos ball. Let us know if you guys are vibing that. It's kind of a new fresh ball out there. It's dirt cheap. So if anyone's making that work, let us know.
And of course, guys, in the comment section, let us know, what do you think about 3-wood golf? Are you still keeping the driver in the bag, or are you just playing it safe with 3-wood and maybe throwing in another scoring club like a wedge?
Boom.
Also, hit us up with, do you think Brad's missed eagle putt, was it the putter or was it Brad? You know, a lot of people are thinking it's that old Odyssey he's putting with.
Wow. Yeah, that's huge.
I would definitely vote for the putter on that one. But, all right, Brad, before we get out of here, why don't you hit us with your social media accounts?
Yeah, well, once again, Kyle and Mark, thanks for having me. I look forward to making some more appearances on the podcast. But until then, you can hit me on Twitter or Instagram at BF1_Brad. I'll talk to you all soon.
All right. And as always, ciao.